Alright, this video is going to be about your favorites inside of Kodi. Okay, because people know what they want to watch, and a lot of times they get sick of searching for everything every single time they come in. Okay, so let's start with TV shows. Okay, on your bar, you have this favorites. It's just clicking to your right or to your left when you get to the favorites. As you can see, I put these in here. Okay, and what it says on there is that your favorites will be added from Genesis will appear here. Okay, so what you'll want to do is you'll want to go over to TV shows. Now, you can either click directly on TV shows because it's linked to Genesis, or you can go down into Genesis itself. Either which way, for your shows, that is what you're going to want to do. So I'll just click on TV shows because it takes me into Genesis. And then I will do, let's just say, most popular. Okay, now I put Arrow, Flash, and some of them other ones out there, so you already seen that they're out there in the bar. When you get it, it will be blank. Now, what you're doing is you have a keyboard, and this is very important because if you do not have a keyboard, you will not be able to do this. The C button means control panel, and what that does is it'll pop something up on there for you to control it. So, let's say, for instance, you want Walking Dead. You just basically highlight it. Don't click on it, highlight it. So now it's highlighted and I'm sitting on it. Now I'm going to look down at my keyboard and hit the letter C. Now, it's saying TV show information, marked as watched, marked as unwatched, add to favorites. So what I'll do is I will add this to favorites, The Walking Dead. Simple as that. Now, let's say for instance I want Law and Order Special Victims Unit. Same thing. I'm just highlighting it, which means I'm just moving my arrows to where it's highlighted. I'm not clicking enter, I'm not doing anything else. I'm just sitting on it. See that? I'm sitting on it. So now I'm going to look down my keyboard, I'm going to hit the C button, and because I just added the show to favorites, it's already sitting on the favorites, so I'll hit enter. Okay, so now I've added two more. You have added the Walking Dead and the Special Victims units. If you have a lot of shows that you watch, then you may want to come in here and click directly on TV shows, come into Genesis, and then get your list of shows up. If you want to search for them or whatever it is, all you do is if you search, you'll bring it up. When you bring up like Law and Order, you'll highlight it red. That means just sit on top of it, do not hit anything, and then hit the C button, and it will add to favorites. After you do this, I just hit the right click on my mouse, and every time I do that, it backs me out. So now it's going to back me out to the regular screen, and you'll be able to see that over in favorites, the ones I just added are there also. So I added the Walking Dead and Law and Order Special Victims Unit. So now you'll see that that's how they go. So if you have your shows or movies or whatever you want to add to there, you'll want to do that just hitting C button. Now, here's another one. Okay, this one is actually clicking on the favorites. Okay, when you do this, this black box pops up empty. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you'll want to go over to, let's say, your Go Live. Okay, now we went over this in another video. Underneath this is all of these servers. Okay, they host live TV. So what you'll do is I'm going to go into channel pair, and I'm going to go to sports, and then it'll pop up, let's say, some channels that I'm into or whatever. Like here's the golf channel. Same principle. You look down, just highlight it, and hit the C button, move this from super favorites up to regular favorites, and hit enter. Then, I also like to watch, let's say, NFL Live, so I will hit the C button again, and I will add this one. I'll also add the NFL Network by hitting C, and I'll add this one. Now, I've gone through here, and I've picked out the channels that I like. So what I'll do is I'll right-click, back out of there, I'll right-click on my mouse again. You can hit the back button, it doesn't matter, they do the same function. So I went into channel pair and I got that. Now what I can do is I can go into my IPTV Stalker. Okay, and when this opens up, I'm go into the NFPS, and I'm going to go to the cinema. Okay, if you're going to be making a channel list in your favorites, then you'll want to click the all button because it's going to list all your Discovery channels and everything else, your ABCs and NBCs and stuff like that. But for the sake of this, I'm just going to show you what I want to put in there, which a lot of people put in there. Okay, this pops up all of your cinema type ones, which is your HBO East, HBO East 2, the Signature East, HBO West, your Cinemaxes, your Showtimes, all these things like that. So the same principle applies. Let's start up here. So I'll start at HBO. I will hit the C button, and I will add it to favorites. Then I will go to HBO 2, and I will add that to favorites. Go to HBO Signature, I will add that to favorites. I'm just adding these at random. You'll be able to choose your own channels so they're in the favorites. Now I hit the right click, and I'm backing out again. And then I will go back over to my favorites. Now, when we sit here for a second, it will show you, it will pop up all the ones that you have for your TV shows and your favorites. Now, when you actually click on the favorites that's highlighted in red, there are your channels. So now, you're going to be able to go into your Go Live, go underneath it to all of those servers that have all of these channels, and choose the channels that you want by hitting C and saving them to favorites. And it will pop up in this list. So you'll build your own channel list of whatever it is that you like to watch. Very simple to do. Once you watch this video once or twice or walk through it, you'll be able to do this on your own. If there's something that you don't want on here, the same thing applies. Hit the C button. Now it's asking me to remove. So I can remove Signature East, boom, gone. Same thing with the next one. Hit the C button, remove, gone. So you'll be able to move around what channels you want so they're at your disposal and you don't have to go dig in there. But you are going to have to go for the initial first time and go in and collect all the channels that you want. My suggestion is this. This is a very good suggestion. I go in and I'll check the channels. Now you're going to see channels repeated. Okay, so you're going to see the NFL Network multiple times, the MLB Network multiple times. You'll see HBOs and multiple servers and stuff like that. What I would do is I would go to them, open up the channels, check the one that looks the best, and use that one, hit the C, and add it to the favorites. Now you don't just want to go through and open them up, because you may go into channel pair and look at it and the Discovery channel might not work. Okay, so you don't want that one in there, and that just happens with the servers. They go up and down. So you'll go over to, let's say, Dexter. You go in there and you see the Discovery channel and you open it up and it's crystal clear and it works. Then you back out, highlight it in red, hit the C button, and add it to favorites. So that's how you do all of your favorites inside of your Kodi build.